What is up, loves? Welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto Online tip and trick video. My name is Darkside, so these are just a few things. Some of these I've showed you in other videos before, but I have a lot of new subscribers, and there's still a lot of new people coming onto the game. Every day I see new people. So, okay, this first one here, starting off, I'm going to go ahead and call in the Sparrow. The Sparrow can penetrate the yacht defenses on someone's yacht. I think it's set up like that specifically because, you know, with everyone being, doing Kayo and having a submarine, that's where the Sparrow goes. That's where it gets housed. So if people were constantly going back and forth doing, Kayo preps, and they had to pass over someone's yacht, they would keep getting blown up. It would be happening every time, and it would be too much craziness. Believe it or not, that used to actually happen with the MC sales, like with the boats. Like, you would get too close to someone's yacht in a boat, and it would blow up your boat. I've had that happen before. But I wanted to show you guys real quick. I'm going to put my yacht defenses on. So this is normally how I get people on their yacht with their yacht defenses on. I throw 2 sticky bombs onto my Sparrow, and they think that they're safe, and they think I can't activate, detonate the sticky bombs or spam missiles. And basically, I just drop down on top of them, and I detonate the sticky bombs, and I get the kill on them. All the time. It never fails. So, watch. You're going to see I'm going to turn on the yacht defenses here. And I'm going to flip it on. And I won't be able to use any weapons. Okay? You can't use weapons on here. However, I can still fire the missiles. And I can still detonate the sticky bombs if I wanted to. So that's what makes this tactic so good. I don't know, you guys have probably seen me do this in the past, but you have to use the Sparrow. Any other vehicles, any other flying vehicles, it'll take it down. The yacht defenses will take it down. So, actually here, I'm going to blow myself up. Yeah, there you go. So you can actually spam rockets still within the yacht defenses and also detonate the sticky bombs. Okay, so moving on to this one, I showed you guys this probably a million times before. This is how to get somebody out of a terabyte, and or with the new Acid Lab that was released last December. Same thing works for the Acid Lab. These take like, I don't know, 50, 60 missiles to blow up, something like that. But if you have an up and atomizer and you flip it over on its side and make sure it stays on its side, it's going to destroy it within a couple seconds. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to hit it right in the middle, a little bit above the top middle here. Hit it, it's going to make sure, it's going to stay on its side. You got to make sure it stays on its side. It has to stay flat on its side. If it rolls back up, then it's not going to destroy it. Okay, watch. You're going to see within a couple seconds, it's going to destroy my terabyte. What's even more interesting, though, is what happens to the player inside of their terabyte or in their Acid Lab. What happens is, like, right now, they're getting black screened. And I throw a bunch of sticky bombs down, I go into thermal, and then, bam, I'm able to get the drop on them just like that and take them out. A lot of players are hip to this. Some players that are newer don't know about this. But it's a kind of a trashy tactic, but it does work. I'm telling you, it works really, really, really well, actually. So this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Pop it on its side. Make sure it stays over. And it's going to stay over. And it's going to destroy it. Unfortunately, the cops killed me. But watch. You're going to see in a couple seconds, it's going to destroy the Acid Lab. And it's going to move it to a closer location. But it's going to move it away. But what happens, like I said, to the person inside, they're going to get black screened. And they're going to be like, what the fuck is happening? The same thing that happens when you get, your Kasaki gets destroyed, when your Avenger gets destroyed, if your MOC gets orbed, something like that. Similar type of deal. They get put out on the street and they have no idea what's going on. Okay, so moving on to the next thing, purchasing the DJs in your nightclub to boost up your popularity. Okay, so yeah, if you're one of those people like me, I don't really like doing the popularity missions. I'll do them here and there if they're paying like extra money, or if you get like extra. If you get extra popularity or something like that. Sometimes I'll mess around them because they are fun. They are fun. But if you're one of those people like me that you don't have time to do it and you have better things to do in the game and you have money and you don't mind paying for it, don't do it from the nightclub top level. Go down to one of the lower levels and do it. Otherwise, you're going to get put into a cutscene. Okay, so all you do is just go down to Resident DJ and swap them out. Like, I have half my popularity, a little bit more, so I'm only going to do like 3 or 4. Purchase them, and then I'm going to back out, get on the computer again, and you're going to see my popularity is going to be maxed out. And then that's it, guys. That's all it is. Okay, so moving on to this. I wanted to show you guys, if you're coming out of like a mission, or this works really good for like the Doomsday Heist or any of the you know, any of the like the heist prep setups where you have to actually go into a mission. If you fail it, and you know, you can buy armor and snacks in this menu here, in this screen here. I'll show you. If you press down on the R stick and down on the L stick, it'll give you an option to buy both of them, and it lets you. You'll hear the click, you'll hear it, and you purchase it. It tells you on the bottom right, press R for armor, press L for ammo, and you could purchase those in that screen. So this way, when you load back into the heist setup or whatever you're doing for like a lot of people that do the Doomsday heist and do the Doomsday setups, you know, if you fail them, they load back in. They don't have a lot of armor left. You know, they don't have time to purchase their weapons. That you could do it in that screen right there. So moving on to the next thing is calling Johan to source extra product in our nightclub. So just call Johan. He'll send you to a location. It's really easy to do. You only get like one crate. But yeah, just go over to the location, blow up all the people, or take them out. Some of these are a little tricky though, because you know I got killed like a couple times. It's like they had miniguns and really good weapons, and they had auto aim, and they kind of fucked me up here. But yeah, this is gonna help you just build up your nightclub stuff a little bit quicker. I think you could do it like once an hour or something like that. I don't really know. I only do this here and there. I'm just doing this honestly just for the video. I don't normally source stuff. But yeah, you can call him. He'll send you to a location, and there'll be a crate over you. You gotta take out all the NPCs first, and then just deliver the crate back to you. Yeah, once you take out all the NPCs, just grab the crate and go and drop it off in your nightclub. It's that easy. I almost forgot this feature was in the game, to be honest. And I was like, I'm going to put this in here, man, because I really almost totally forgot all about this. I haven't done this since it came out last summer. Okay, so moving on to the next one is going to be spamming snacks while you're fighting. This is really good for, you know, PvP missions. You can do it, but it's a little trickier in a PvP mission. But this is mostly for like setup missions, survivals, you know, contact missions, things like that. If you guys are gonna see, I'm playing with my snack menu open, and every time I get hit, I could spam a snack. One good mission that this is really, really good for, one hard-ass mission, is the Avenger. Okay, a lot of people tell me, they're like, that's the hardest mission in GTA. It's really not. It's really not. If you go up there with a combat MG, so you can shoot the guys far and close up, and spam your snacks and keep your snack menu open. Now, it is a little trickier. You can't roll if you have standard FPS 2, the type of settings that I use. But if you have standard, yeah, you could still roll and spam snacks and run and stuff like that. Maybe you can't run. I don't know, 'cause I think it's A. So, yeah, you can't run. Okay, the next thing is, moving on to this, if you accidentally do something like this, and you're in cover and you throw a sticky bomb too close to you, the NPCs get close to you, they shoot it, and they'll blow you up, and you'll fail the mission. Chuck out 5 more, the first one that you threw will disappear. Okay? That's why I wanted to put this one in here, because this is really cool to know. Not a lot of players know that, especially if you're newer. Most older players know it. But yeah, I wanted to put this one in here. So if you chuck out an accidental sticky bomb, chuck 5 more out, and then the first one will disappear. Okay, moving on to this one here. If you're stuck in a bad situation, I wanted to put this one in here. If you own the RC vehicles, specifically the RC tank and the RC car, and you need to get the fuck up out of Dodge, I'm just going to show you real quick. Okay, look at the location I'm at right now. Okay, I'm going to call on my RC vehicle, and then my tank. And then I'm going to start driving a little bit away, and then I'm going to back out of my tank. And you're going to see it's going to put me back in the same spot where I was at. Okay? Now, after I do that, I'm going to call in my RC car. See, I'm going to back out of this. And you can see, right, I'm right back where I was. Okay, right exactly in the same spot. If you call in your RC vehicle, go and start the job, a titan of a job. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to go a little bit of ways here up the road so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is really good if you're stuck in a bad situation. You have like a couple people go off the radar or into Ghost, or someone teleports to their facility real quick. This will get you the fuck up out of Dodge real quick. I'm going to stop right at this pole right here so you guys see my marker. And I'm going to go and I'm going to start, press start, go to jobs, go to online, go to jobs, go to play job, Rockstar created, missions, and then go down to a Titan of a job. And I'm not going to start the job. I'm going to enter the lobby to it. I'm going to purchase my ammo and armor and things like that. And then I'm going to press B and back out of it. Okay? And you're going to see I'm going to spawn in the same location I just dropped off at, right here, right next to this pole. And my vehicle is going to be right next to me. So it's really good if you need to get over to your apartment quickly and get the hell up out of Dodge in case you have a bunch of people, like that happens to me all the time. People go into Ghost or they go off the radar and try and get the drop on you. So, yeah, you can teleport around the map like that, kind of. You know, it does work and it does help. Alright, so moving on to this next one is going to be having Lupe source extra crates for you in your crate warehouses. Okay, it's $7,500. You just walk up to her, and I almost forgot this was even a thing. This was added like last year as well. I think with the ULP stuff. Yeah, Operation Paper Trail. Okay, right so here? You just walk up to her, pay the $7,500, and she's going to source an extra couple crates for you. It might not sound like a lot, but you could do it like once every hour or two. And there's one in every single warehouse. So you can do this. There's no cooldown like per warehouse. There is time-wise, but like if I wanted to go to another, crate warehouse, I could do that and have the other person in the other warehouse source some crates for me too. So it kind of works out good. It's just something extra. Moving on to the vehicle cargo stuff. So not a lot of people still know about this. If you come inside and go to your vehicle cargo computer, you're going to see here, right now I should have 20 vehicles sitting in my warehouse, okay? So what you want to do is source 10 standard and 10 mid-ranges and leave them in your warehouse. Don't touch them. Right here, I'm going to do the mid-range first. You're going to see, you're going to count 10. There's going to be 10 on here. There's 8, and then there's 2 more at the bottom, 10. And then I'm going to go back and go to the standard ones, and you're going to see there's 10 of those also. And now what's going to happen is every single time there on out, if you leave these alone and don't touch them, you're going to wind up sourcing all top range vehicles. I don't know who found this out. This has been in the game for like 6 years, 7 years, a long time. But yeah, a lot of people still don't know about this. I try and put new players onto this all the time if I'm helping them sell a vehicle. I'm like, I bring them to a party, and I'm like, yo, you know about the trick, right? And they're like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So watch, I'm going to go over to my Terabyte, and I'm going to source another vehicle, and you're going to see it's automatically going to be a top range. I already knew it. So as long as you put the 10 and 10 in there and don't touch them, you will be able to source all top range vehicles from then on out. Okay, sometimes they do make this double money. So like I think last year they made it double money. I sold $800,000. It took us like 8 minutes, 7 minutes to do. I made 800 grand. So yeah. All right, so watch. You see top range? There you go. So yeah, keep the 10 and 10 in your warehouse. You won't be disappointed. That's the way to do it right there. Moving on to the next useful tip is going to be always keeping a heist invite in your phone. The way you have to do this is you can do it. It works with the old school heists at your apartment. All you have to do is pay for them. Same thing with the Doomsday heist. Even if you've never run through it, just go out, pay for it. And then you will start getting texts in your phone from Agent 14 or Lester or Ron. If it's the Doomsday heist, it's automatically going to be from Lester. But yeah, like 90% of the time, I have a heist invite of some kind in my phone. And one of the reasons why I do that is if I'm in a lobby that's really toxic and a lot of people are going off radar or they're spawn trapping me with thermal jets or something like that, it gives me the ability to get the hell out of Dodge and teleport back to my apartment or to my facility and get off of the street. This way I don't keep getting tore up. So, like I said, always keep a heist invite in your phone at all times. 90% of the time I have one or the other in my phone. Like, it just happened to be this one. Most of the time it's the one from my apartment, but this one here, is the one from my facility. So I just teleported, went back to my facility. And yeah, it's really good to get you out of a bad situation. So always keep a heist invite in your phone. Okay, so in this one of the most annoying things is when I see players go into passive mode and then they come out in some type of a jet or something like that. Which one of my skills is required? And, the passive mode expires and now they're in a jet because they were able to get into it. So one of the best ways to stop a player from going into passive mode is simply calling Lester and put a bounty on him. Okay, this does two things. It'll stop them from going into passive mode, and if you're also fighting and PvPing with another player, and you've already killed them. I think it's 3 times you have to kill them. And like if they're being really annoying and they're blowing everybody up and you kill them a couple times, 2 or 3 times, and they wind up ghosting you, if you call and put a bounty on them, or another one of your friends calls and puts a bounty on them, you're able to kill them. The bounty just basically just overrides that ghosting. So if you've ever had somebody that you've seen wind up ghosting you, just put a bounty on them and it'll break it. Alright guys, so moving on to this last one, going to be covering the 2 different types of grenade launchers in the game. I love using the grenade launcher. It's a really good weapon. So we have 2 types, the regular grenade launcher and then the compact grenade launcher. Now it might show you 20 and 20, but you don't get 40 rounds between both of them. You only get the 20. So right here, I'm going to spam 2 regular grenade launcher rounds. You're going to see I'm going to do 1, 2, and then I'm going to go look at this one in the weapon wheel. It's going to say 18, and then I'm going to switch over to the compact grenade launcher, and it's 18 there. For some reason, I don't know why they did this, but the ammo is shared between both of these 2 weapons. Now, one is or isn't better than the other. It really all depends on the player. So with the regular grenade launcher, it's good because you can spam it around corners, you can spam it, while you're in cover, things like that, and it's like a rapid fire. Okay. And you could also put a scope on this and a grip, but you can't do that to the compact grenade launcher. But however, the compact grenade launcher, you could fire this on a motorcycle, okay, which is really cool. So, I mean, it really all depends on your personal preference, which one you want. If you want to have both of them too, that's fine. I just don't like taking up the room in my weapon wheel. That's me personally. So you're going to see, I'm going to pull out the compact grenade launcher and spam it, and it's going to work. Watch this. From a motorcycle. You can't do that with the regular one. And, alright guys, that's going to do it. I just wanted to put this one in here as the last thing. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll be live streaming later tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.